Hello, everybody of YouTube. How are we today? Let me know in the comments if you can hear me and if you're watching live or on replay. I am Ree from mummyof4.com and today we are talking about setting up for success with a life reset. So let me know. This is what I want to know from you guys in the comments. Let me know if you've ever felt like this. Like, you have all these good intentions. The year starts off and it's going really well and you're sticking to your resolutions, and then some things happen, life happens, and it all kind of goes a bit squiffy. Now, I quite often end up feeling like this, if I'm honest. I think as a mum of four, as organised as I try to be and as much as I try to hold everything together, you'll find every now and again that the wheels come off and you need to press reset. So I just kind of did what I called a spring reset, but quite frankly, this could be done at any time during the year, anytime at all. So I'm going to go through what I've got all my notes here. I've actually written this up as a blog post as well. If you want to read it, that's all down in the description. But this came about because I was doing my morning pages journaling, which I'll get to in this. I will explain what that's all about. And I was writing out and I thought this would actually be helpful as a blog post. And then I was writing that out. I thought, you know what, this would be helpful as a video. And then I thought, you know what, this would be helpful to chat about with you lovely people. So before we get into exactly how to do a life reset, I'm going to say hello to some people in the comments. Hello, Jessica. Hello, Chrissy. Hello, Rosemary, Michaela, Lauren, Debbie, Alison, Rosie again. Hi. Waiting for this. Oh, good. Hi, everybody. Hello, Laura. Hello. Thank you so much for joining me live, and hello to everyone joining me on replay too. Just again, before we sort of dive into the actual how to do this live reset, as you're watching this live, let me know if you'd like me to do more of these, because I haven't done lives on this channel for ages, and then I do them and I remember how much I enjoy them. And you know, if you guys are enjoying lives and sort of having the interaction and the chat back and forth, as well as just the content, let me know. We'll do them a bit more often. So hi, Louise, Catty, Charlotte, Mrs. B, Emma, Donna. Hello, everybody. It's so nice. I like this. You see, we can have a little chat. It's lovely. Right, so I was sitting there and it was the end of the Easter holidays, and I love having my children home. I especially love having my children home when I don't have to homeschool them. That's always fun, isn't it? So just having them home is lovely. However, it brings its challenges, doesn't it? The place feels like a tip all the time. As someone that works from home and doesn't have any childcare, which is why I am self-employed and work from home, I've designed this so that I can look after my own children, because we don't have like childcare or family help or anything. So as someone that works from home, it creates a backlog of work, basically. So unless I have, before the school holidays, done a whole load of editing and content and writing all the stuff to go out, by the end of the holidays, I'm really just on the back foot. So I felt on the back foot with work. I felt on the back foot with just the house. Wasn't being awfully messy, but I filmed a house tour, and I realised there are so many little areas that have just kind of got hidden junk in them. So when we moved into this house, I did a massive declutter, a real sift. You know, nothing was coming in unless it was going to be organised. And then I did a massive sort out of this office last year, I think, where it took a 3-video arc to like pull the whole place apart, sort everything out. And I am here to tell you now that this inside there might look nice and tidy, but it all needs a sort out. And I just know that if I don't stay on top of the sorting, all that stuff is going to start spewing out of there and all over the floor, because there's only so much stuff that your storage can hold. So house-wise, all that kind of thing, washing backed up, and just generally feeling meh in myself. That's not very descriptive, but feeling low in energy, eating rubbish, not exercising, and just leaving me feeling meh. So I decided I needed to press reset, and I'm going to tell you exactly my plan for doing that and how you can do it too. So let me know in the comments, does anyone else need to press reset at the moment? Does anyone else feel like any resolutions they had, any plans they made have slipped, they need to press reset. Just give me a little me in the comments and let me know if you're feeling it too. Okay, so having done Easter, just literally eaten my body weight in chocolate, which, you know, there's nothing wrong with, but I'd fallen into a bit of a bad cycle. I thought, right, the first thing to fix is my morning routine. So I must admit that I did really enjoy not having to get up over Easter, and the children slept in till 7ish, and so did I. So sometimes you need to give yourself that break. You do need to give yourself that break. You can't always be super productive because you have to spend time to rest. But I'd taken that time, and then I needed to get back into finding some time for myself, the things that I want and need to do. And for me, I can do that in the morning. So if you've got small children, generally the time that you can find is when they're sleeping, isn't it? Like, let me know if that's, we're getting lots of me's. Yes, I need to reset, I need to start. Yeah, there's a lot of us. So we're not alone, guys. We're all in this together. So generally, you can find time before they get up or after they've gone to sleep. And this sort of just depends on you, really, whether you carve out this time for you to do the things that we're going to talk about in this reset in the morning or in the night. When I first started doing all this, vlogging, everything, when Zara was really small, and then when I first was doing my channel, I used to work in the evening. So if you watch like my morning routine, early routine stuff from when Zara was small, I did used to put them to bed, shower, then work. I now find, and in fact lockdown did this to me, that by the end of the day, my brain is so fried that I can't be productive and I can't think straight. So if I want to carve out me time for being productive or whatever, then if I do it first thing in the morning, I find it's the eat the frog thing. Now let me know before I explain this, does anyone know what I'm talking about with eat the frog? Anyone? Anyone at all? Anyway, I'm going to explain what eat the frog is. So the theory is, if your job for the day is to eat the frog, you're better off getting it over and done with first thing in the morning. Otherwise, all you're going to do all day is dread eating that damn frog, and it's just going to spoil your day. And if you have to eat 2 frogs, you eat the stinkiest, nastiest one first. And that is the theory behind it. So if you get the things you have to do, or the things that push you towards your goals, whatever those goals may be, even if that goal is just carving out some time for yourself, if you get that done first thing in the morning, then it's done. So if your goal is to exercise, to move your body, to write in your journal, to clean your house, to whatever it is you decide you want to do, then if you get it done first thing in the morning, it is done. You have achieved it. And whatever the rest of the day brings, whatever life throws at you, you have achieved the thing you plan to achieve. Even if that thing you plan to achieve is sitting there with a cup of tea, reading for 10 minutes and doing nothing. You've had that time, you've had something. So, yes. Anyway, that's why first thing in the morning suits me best. So by fixing my morning routine. So my current morning routine, let me know if you want me to do an updated morning routine, like full video, but I'm going to give you a full rundown at the moment. So at the moment, I get up at 5:30. Now I'm choosing to get up at that time to fit in these other things. I'm not saying you have to get up at that time. It depends on what time your children get up. If your children get up much later, or if you don't have children, you can fix these times. These are just my times because they work around the times. I have to work everything backwards from when we have to leave for school. So I get up at 5:30, go into the bathroom, I wash my face, clean my teeth, and just makes me feel more awake. I have some water in a chili bottle, which is just a tall water bottle on the side of my bed. I sip some of that, clean my teeth, scrape up my hair, or wash my face, and then I can go downstairs and get on with my me time for the morning. So the first thing I'm doing, I fix myself a drink. I've got one of these cups. I use Burst drinks. I can't add it on here because it's alive, but no. Burst drinks, which affiliate disclosure or whatever, I drink all the time. As you know, I love them. Basically, this is 500 mils, and it's that much water, and there's a 5-gram sachet that goes into it, and I drink that, and that's multivitamin and energy, and I prefer that to drinking just neat water because it gives me a bit of something in it, and I'm just more likely to drink it because it is nicer. Jessica saying, I'd love to get up early. My kids don't start sleeping through the night until they start school. By then I have another baby. That was me that was me, Jessica. That was me for so many years. So I feel your pain. It is obviously my youngest is now in school, so things are a bit different. So I'm on my last baby, whether you are or not. You know, it's right. Cassie's saying, I think porridge is a really great way to start the day. It is, absolutely. I personally do not eat very first thing in the morning because I feel like I don't need to eat. I eat breakfast with the others. I'll get to that in a second. So I go downstairs, drink my burst drink, and then I'm doing morning pages, which I'm actually writing. You can write just normal pen and paper, but I write using my Apple Pencil, and I just scroll on my iPad in an app called Good Notes. I can't remember if it was a bought one. It's not a subscription one. If it was a bought one or a free one, I can't remember, but it's really, really good. And it's got all different templates. And I also import, so it's not what I use for morning pages. I'll explain what morning pages are in a second, but you can also import, all of my templates from my Ultimate Mum bundle, the printables. I also import those into Good Notes to like write on. So my planners and things you can import into there to plan out your day. So if you are a digital planner, you can still use my printables in an app like Good Notes. Anyway, morning pages is 3 pages, roughly 3 pages, it's not exactly, of handwritten stream of consciousness. It is getting out all the gunk out of your brain, just whatever you think about. Oh, I really need to do this, and just all the things that are racing around your mind. But also sometimes good ideas come to you. So while I was writing out morning pages, it occurred to me, so it's just whatever you're thinking, get it out onto the page. And it was when I was writing that I realised I need to do a reset, because I really feel like the wheels are coming off. And that's, why do I feel like not like myself? And I was writing out all the reasons that I don't feel like myself, the ones I'm going to share with you now. And it was morning pages that brought me to that. So what I would like you to do is let me know if you want to try this. Let me know who's going to try morning pages in the comments. Let me know, because give it a go and just report back and let me know what you think. But just try it. I want some people to commit to trying it for a week for me. So just one of the first things you do before you look on social media, before you respond to your emails, these things shouldn't be like input into your brain first thing in the morning, getting on other people's agenda. It should be you. First thing in the morning should be about you and about what's in your brain and what you want to be doing. So at the moment, I'm doing these morning pages, and then I'm writing out my goals, which are generally, I did a whole video about journaling actually, so I won't go into that too deeply, but basically if you want to learn a bit more about that, you can go to that video. And then I'm doing a 10-minute workout. The reason I'm only doing a 10-minute workout is because it's mostly yoga I'm doing, because I have a bit of a dodgy neck and back and things from standing like this for like at least 10 years without a gap. This is a baby, and this is my free hand doing stuff, and this just pulled my neck. So basically standing like that's not very good for your posture. So yeah, right, lots of people jumping on saying they really need a reset, just in printed pack list and checklist, holding 2 weeks. Ooh, there we go. Right. Okay. Right, back to what we were saying. So I do 10 minutes generally of yoga, maybe Pilates or like bar, as in ballet bar, not bar, workout. And then the rest of my exercise for the day, I'm trying to squeeze in later in the day, and I'll explain just exactly what that is. And it's the most simple thing in the world. See if you can guess what it is. Actually, it's the most basic thing in the whole world, and I'm trying to squeeze it in later in the day. So for me, fitting in that time for exercise, especially yoga, because I really feel like unless I do a little bit of stretching, because according to my physio, apparently I'm hypermobile, which is why I end up with a lot of the problems I have. I didn't realise that until I was in my 30s. But yeah, if I don't make that time to do yoga, I feel stiff and just gross. And it's not even about weight, because my weight doesn't really change that much. Sometimes my clothes feel a bit more snug than they should, but it's just about feeling, I don't know, like everything feels, when I work out, just feels stronger and less. Does that make any sense? I'm not sure if I'm making any sense at all. So yeah, right. The next thing is mindful eating. So when I'm like the little girl like this, Millie wants me to say hi. Hello, Millie. Hello. Thank you for joining. Right. The little girl when it comes to eating, I'm either like all over it, I've got this, or an absolute nightmare, just binge eating everything I can see. There's no in between. So basically, I don't do like dieting as such. the principle, I think I've done videos about this before because people have like asked about like eating and weight control and all this various stuff. If you can eat when you're hungry and stop when you're full, that's the right amount of food for your body. And move your body in between. That's like the secret formula. If I do that, if I listen to my body and I eat when I'm hungry being the operative word, not bored, tired, cross, stressed, sad, all the other things. If I just eat because I'm hungry, then I do okay. If, however, I get into terrible cycles of, oh, I'm really stressed, and then I'm like snacking on chocolate, or mindlessly shoveling food into my face while watching TV, or any of those things, then I get into such a bad cycle. And the earlier in the day that the wheels come off, the worse the day is, in that I end up just eating rubbish all day and feeling really gross for it. And it just doesn't make me feel healthy. It makes me feel gross. But then because I feel like really lethargic and gross, it makes me eat more. So all I did for a couple of weeks, it was lovely, really lovely time, but I ate like my body weight in Easter eggs. And I just don't feel super healthy and energized and good about myself when I am emotional eating as opposed to when I'm hungry eating. So my reset for this is to just think, right, am I hungry? Like, I'm thinking I'm hungry. So my biggest trigger actually is when I'm sitting at my desk and I think I want to snack. And it's normally when I'm working on something and perhaps it isn't going as well as or as quickly as I might want, or an email comes through and I think, or I'm on a deadline. And it's that kind of nervousy, stressy thing, and I want to pick at something. And so I'm just trying to stop and go, look, am I hungry? Or am I stressed? Am I really hungry? Or am I just bored of what I'm doing? Am I really hungry or am I thirsty? That's a big one. Do you know what? 9 times out of 10, we're not hungry, we're just thirsty. True story, she says, having a sip of drink. So I'm trying just to get back to that. And I'm not saying I'm not going to eat chocolate, because I absolutely do eat chocolate a lot. But part of my reset is to just get back to eating what I enjoy, making sure I add healthy choices into my foods as well. So like if you've seen my What We Eat videos, I always put salad on the table, that kind of thing. But the more the wheels come off with my needing a reset, the more the healthy habits slip. And it's not great. So yeah, I'm saying goodbye to mindlessly shoveling food into my face because I am tired, bored, stressed, and just back to eating because I'm hungry. That just sounds so ridiculously basic, doesn't it? But if I don't think about it, it's such an easy trap to slip into. So anyway, that's just one of the things that I have to do when I press reset. Let me know if anyone else feels like that. Okay, so the next one, staying active. So we touched on this earlier. I literally fit in 10, maybe 15-minute workout before everyone gets up. And the reason is because I find it really hard to make time for that. After everyone's up, when everyone's gone to school, I need to make use of that time to be at the computer and getting on with work. And then obviously by the evening, I just want to kind of go, chances are I won't have the momentum to exercise. So the thing, I think a couple of people guessed it in the comments, it is walking. Yes. Walking. Yes. Penny Pink. Yes. Louise. Yes. Walking. So it's that simple. If you move your body more, you feel better. Walking actually improves your productivity. Getting outside and walking, rather than if I'm at the computer all day and I'm like head down, if I actually stop and go and pick up the children from school or whatever, it freshens up my brain. Getting out of the house and just it's literally, so if I'm out doing the school run, it's like probably half an hour, there and back. It's enough to really break up the intensity of it all. I am trying to work during the days and be off when the children are home in the evenings. That's going a little bit, I'm having to work some evenings at the moment because we are going on a trip soon. Very exciting. We're going to Disneyland Paris in 22 days, so the children tell me, which is exciting. So I am having to kind of deviate a little bit from that and try not to work on the weekends and things to get everything done before we go, but that's a whole other story. But yeah, walking. Walking is fantastic exercise because we don't have to wear gym clothes to do it. And sometimes having to like get all sweaty and then like, oh, I'm gonna get my gym clothes, oh, I'm gonna get my running shoes, oh, then I'm gonna have to wash my hair, is a bit of a barrier to exercise. Walking, we can do it. So if you can't take your children to school in the car, park a bit further away. If you're driving to the shops, park a bit further away from the shops. Just think, shall I take the car, shall I walk? Walk. If you can just fit a little bit of walking into your day, honestly, you will feel better. Your waist will feel smaller. I've got to say, after we went to Walt Disney World, I don't know about my weight, how much that fluctuated or whatever, but there was a mirror out, a mean place, but mirror actually, just as you get out of the shower. And by the end of the 2 weeks, because we walked and walked, I mean, we walked a trillion steps, my waist felt just nicer, you know, just here. Just from walking. And we, like, if you saw what we ate in Disney, it was like pizza, sweets, you know. But it was just walking, walking, walking. Does your body really good. It's gentle on your joints. So if you've got problems with your knees and things, it's not like bam, 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 like running. It's more of a gentle thing. Walking, I cannot rave about walking enough, honestly. So, yes, let's just say, not a breakfast person. Keeping up with the Madisons, no coffee, no functional. Yeah, I don't actually drink coffee, but I do like my burst drinks, and they do have caffeine in them, so they do wake me up. So let me know in the comments, how much do you walk, and could you walk a bit more, and do you feel better when you walk more? Because let me know in the comments. I bet you do. I bet you all do. Right. Okay. Next thing to do for a spring reset, I did my spring wardrobe switch. Now, I didn't used to do this years ago. I used to just have all my clothes wedged in my wardrobe, and I couldn't see the wood for the trees, quite frankly. So then what I started doing was just taking out the things out of my wardrobe, storing them away in packing cubes, and I put them under my ottoman bed. The things that are not suitable for the weather as it stands at the moment. And the best thing about it, the very best thing about it, is when you put those things away and you get out the new things, it's like, oh, I've got new clothes. And you haven't got new clothes. You could have owned those things for ages, but because you haven't been staring at them the whole time, you feel like you've got new clothes. And actually, by having less in your wardrobe, there is more that you can wear. I know that sounds ridiculous, but the percentage of the things you could wear is close to 100%. You could wear all of it. And therefore, you've got more choice. So do you do a seasonal wardrobe switch? If you haven't done it before, I suggest you give it a go, because it will give you a chance to have a good old freshen up. It gives you an opportunity to have declutter as well. And you really think, well, actually, I haven't worn this the whole season. This has stayed on the hanger since I brought it out. Do I pack it away or do I donate it? So it's a good option. It's a good, like, it forces you to declutter a few times a year as well, and just really be realistic with what you want to donate and what you want to keep. But yeah, I've personally really, really loved doing the wardrobe switches because of the results it gives me. It's a pain in the bottom at the time, I will admit, but it's definitely something you want to do. If you want to like freshen up your days, then by switching up your wardrobe a little bit, even with your own things, you can like feel that's part of a reset. The next one is decluttering for the win. There is nothing more satisfying than when decluttering is done. Okay, doing decluttering, I think if you've ever seen any video I've taken on decluttering project, at some point, I'm like, guys, I've reached that stage where I wish I hadn't started. I get there every time, but it's so satisfying to have it done. So if you feel like things are feeling a bit out of control, sometimes switching up your living space can help. And that could be like literally just pulling out one drawer. Like you could pull out this drawer here, empty it out, sort through it, and put it back. And then you've achieved that. And then you feel like, okay, so this drawer that was stressing me out because I couldn't find anything, now I've got all the things I need when I'm working at my desk. That's making my life easier, and that is better. That is improving my day by decluttering my space, is decluttering my mind. It is making my life easier because as I'm working, I can find what I need. So decluttering, if you're feeling a little bit like, where do I start? Start small, just do one drawer. If you really want to have a good old switch things around. Just like think, right, okay, well, can I move that sofa to over there? that can make things feel fresher, even with the same furniture. And if you really, really want to like go big on reset, pretend you're moving house. Walk around your house and go, right, if I was moving house now, what of this stuff would be coming with me, and what of it's like I'm not paying to have that moved, that can be donated or binned or recycled or whatever. So if you go around your house and do a little order and go, right, I would want to if I was moving house, I would want to take that with me. I wouldn't want to take that. Why is it in your house? Even if you're not moving, why are you keeping it? So being a bit ruthless, but having a bit of a declutter and a switch around of your space can really help you to press reset if you're feeling in a bit of a rut. And then down to productivity. So this is probably something I could rattle on about for a whole video, I guess. But productivity, and I've done so many videos about this, but perhaps this should be the next live. I don't know, because I think we might be we might be here for ages and ages. But one of the things, one of the productivity systems that I have kind of brought back in, and I use this for work, but you can use this for cleaning, for decluttering, for exercising, whatever, is setting a timer and being like, I need to do as much as I can before the timer goes, and you race against it. So for me, if I am writing a blog post or trying to finish an edit, I am far less likely to be distracted by other things if I know I've got to get done by a certain time. So for example, if I know that I have to leave the house to get the children in a certain amount of time, that is my most intense time. Like, quick, gotta get it finished. So you can apply that, quick, like you can put fake deadlines on yourself with little alarms. And it could be the same with, right, I'm going to declutter this drawer. I'm just going to speed clean this room. Literally set a time at 10 minutes. If that's all you've got, 10 minutes. Set a time for 10 minutes. It's amazing how much you can actually do in 10 minutes when you are racing yourself. So try that method of just setting a timer, getting as much as you can done of whatever it is you're focusing on. Even if it's just, right, I'm going to exercise for 10 minutes. Even if you're going to put the TV on. This is something I do actually when I'm feeling really lazy and I'm not enjoying exercise. I put the TV on and I put my exercise thing on the like an iPad, or I put the exercise on the TV and the show I'm watching on the iPad. If it's not something you really have to concentrate, if it's something like quite repetitive, and I'll exercise while watching TV, because then I'm more likely to stick at it without getting bored. So I don't know if that's bad. Perhaps you're supposed to be mindful and things with it, but sometimes I enjoy it more if I'm also doing that or listening to an audiobook or something. If it's the kind of exercise that you just feel like you have to get done, as opposed to something you're enjoying, it's a good tip. But then if you're just like, right, I'm going to exercise, maybe you've got like a stationary bike or a running machine in your house. I don't, but if you did, you'd be like, right, I am going to watch my show. I'm going to watch Netflix. I'm going to watch Ree's vlog, whatever it is. But I've got to stay on my bike until it's finished. Or I've got to keep doing like walking on the spot. Or I've got to keep doing something, some movement, some exercise while I'm doing something else. So maybe, it's just a little tip for sort of forcing yourself into doing something to be productive, even if you're not fancying it. Or I'm going to clean, but I'm going to listen to an audiobook. So I'm going to listen to a whole chapter on my audiobook, and I'm just going to clean until it's finished. And that will help you just keep going and stay productive. Next tip. This one's really boring, but it works, okay? And I literally get messages from people going, it's changed my life. It's changed my life. And it's quite simple. It's just put on a load of laundry every day. Every day. And even if there are not many of you in the house and you go to the washing machine and you're like, right, what needs to be washed? Let's put a load on. And you've not physically got enough to put a load on, then that counts, okay? Because you're winning at life. If you've not got enough laundry in your house because maybe you've got like a couple of darks, a couple of whites or whatever, there's not enough of any one category to create a load, you're winning at life, okay? So all I want you to do is check. I want you to check that if you need to put a load of laundry on, then. So I'm not going to say you have to put a load of laundry on, because obviously if you've got a small family, maybe that won't be the case. And on the it's very rare actually that I go and check and I don't need to put laundry on because there's loads of us. But sometimes you'll go there and you'll be like, right, I don't need to put a load on. But for everyone else, like me, put a load on every day, because it just changes your life not to have that build up. There's nothing more stressful than knowing you look at your laundry, it's not all going to fit in the machine. You're going to have to feed that machine over and over and over and over, and then you're going to have to deal with all the drying. That backlog, that kind of after feeling level of laundry that will inevitably build up if you don't keep putting laundry on every day, or if you don't check if you need to put laundry on every day, is so, so stressful. Alison's saying you can never get on top of the washing. I mean, it's totally true. You can't ever, like, as soon as you're like, it's done, and then you're like, nobody wear any clothes. Just stop. Nobody ever get changed again, because it's never ending, isn't it? It's a thankless, never ending task. But being on top of it, having it under control. So maybe not on top of it. Maybe it's not finished. Maybe it's not completed, because we like to complete things, don't we? But maybe it's not like gone. But if it's under control, if we're winning at it, if we are in charge of the laundry is not in charge of us, then that's kind of way the power shift needs to be. We do not want it to be taking over our lives. We want to be like, no, it's like, you want to keep it moving, don't you? You want to keep it turning, keep it going, keep it going. It's a cycle rather than something you can complete, which in itself is stressful because as soon as you feel like you've finished it, there's more to do. But as long as you feel like you keep the cogs turning, I think as soon as you stop, it's getting that momentum going again that's really stressful, because then you feel like there's just more and more and more and more, and it takes over your life, and it's just such hard work to catch up. So those are some basic ways that you can do a life reset. Let me know which of those you are going to be utilising in your lives. I'm going to try and skim back through some of these comments. Yeah, okay. Right, use this tip when decluttering. We want to pack it and drag it to my next home that it needs to go. Totally, Mrs. B. I'm with you there. It does make sense. And sometimes, like, these things seem obvious. Like, oh, of course, you know, why would I want it in my home? But until we kind of think of things in a different way, then it doesn't. It just doesn't work. Michaela always tries to do 10,000 steps a day when you're out walking with the buggy. It's a great way to stay active, isn't it? And to just, I think, I'm not sure there's any doctors on here, but yeah, heart health and all those things. Obviously, I'm not a medical professional, but generally it's just a really good way to kind of keep healthy without being like a punishing sport where you're like really, really prone to injury or anything like that. Charlotte's a teacher, running around on your feet all day. Walking during the week becomes a bit more of a chore at weekends with the kids. Love it. Yeah. But the thing is, Charlotte, if you're with a teacher on your feet all day, I bet, and I mean, I only know steps from, I'm taking my watch off now, it's on the charger, but I'm doing the step counter. Charlotte, do you wear a pedometer in school? Because I bet you do a trillion steps just walking around. There we go. So yeah, thank you guys to everyone that's joined me live. I have talked, good grief, have we been chatting for over an hour? I hope you've enjoyed it. I've really enjoyed chatting to you all. Let me know if you want to do more of these, basically. I think I'm going to do, next week I'm doing one over on my Mummy of Four Does Disney channel, a quite specific one where I'm answering questions about the Disability Access Service for Walt Disney World. So that is Monday, I think, Monday night. Full details on my Disney channel. I think the following Tuesday, I'm going to, let's agree then, we'll do another live, not next week, but the following week on this channel. Let me know what you want to talk about. If there's anything in particular that you would like me to talk about. If not, perhaps I'll do a poll over on Instagram. Make sure you follow me on Instagram, lovely people. Yeah, so lovely to talk to you all. Thanks for joining me. If you have watched on replay, let me know. And yeah, just let me know what you want for a topic for the next one. See you guys soon. Bye.